I am gaining recognition in the campaign, and it's a threat to a lot of people. It's a threat to the military-industrial complex. It's a threat to the bankers, the big corporations who get all the benefit. It's a threat to the people who preach that we have to be in the world and be in all these countries. So I think it's big banks, big money, big corporations, and the people who want to be the warmongers.
Dr. No! Say yes to Dr. No! Say yes to Dr. No! Say yes to Dr. No! Say yes!
Another question about electability. Do you have any, sir? There's always the question as to whether or not you are, in fact, viable.
What's success for you in this campaign?
What's success? Well, to win is one is the goal.
That's not going to happen.
With 16,892 Iowans voting, the winner of the 2011 Iowa straw poll is Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann.
So again, Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann, the big winner. We have Ron Paul. Congressman Ron Paul came in second, and Governor Tim Pawlenty came in third. Now, the question is, the cheering is happening here for Ron Paul in the stadium. Chris Wallace, this is exciting.
We have a top tier. It is Mitt Romney, Rick Perry, and Michelle Bachmann.
We have a new top tier, and it's Perry, Mitt Romney, and Bachmann.
There's now a top tier in this race, at least for now, of Romney, Perry, and Bachmann.
I mean, I think that's fair to say.
Now live right next to the bus behind us, Ron Paul is speaking, and 7 of the candidates are here today. We have live pictures of Ron Paul, but you know what? We're talking about Sarah Palin, we're talking about Rick Perry, the two people not in the race yet, Drew.
And guess what, Paul? If you get video of Sarah Palin or get a soundbite from her, bring that back to us. You can hold the Ron Paul stuff.
May I say one thing about Ron Paul? I find it odd for me to be a Ron Paul supporter, but he lost to Michelle Bachmann by 0.9 percentage point in a straw poll that isn't supposed to pick winners, but is supposed to tell us which way the wind is blowing. That's as good as a win. So we had a tie for first. But where is he on the morning shows this morning? Where are all the stories analyzing what it means that Ron Paul essentially tied for first place at Ames? The media doesn't believe that Ron Paul has a hoot and hell's chance of winning the Iowa caucuses, winning the Republican nomination, or winning the presidency. So we're going to ignore it.
The one thing Donald Trump has ever been right about is that he's unelectable.
Is Ron Paul being ignored by the media? 97% of you said yes, he is. 3% said no.
So the top two finishers were Ron Paul and Michelle Bachmann, both of whom are among the worst performing when you put them in a head-to-head against President Obama. So do you, I mean, is that how you all see it breaking down? There are now three people that we think have a reasonable chance of winning both the nomination and a general election, and that is, it's now down to Romney, Rick Perry, and Michelle Bachmann. And in the end, Neil, electability is it. You can say all you want about great visions for America, and
you say all you want about great visions for America, and you say all you want about great visions for America.
Let's hear it for Ron Paul with 55 votes.
Let's talk about Ron Paul, because he just won another straw poll in California, and he keeps winning straw polls, but I guess if history is any gauge, it doesn't really mean very much. California says, see, we are talking about Ron Paul.
Poll. Romney leads New Hampshire. Huntsman third, Perry fourth. Now, do they know how to count? Why would they omit saying who was in second?
Well, you know why? Ron Paul.
Tonight's winner with 986 votes, 37.1%, Herman Cain.
And hello again from Fox News in Washington. There was big news this week in the Republican presidential race, and no, it wasn't whether Chris Christie is joining the field. A political long shot parlayed a strong performance in the Fox debate and the Florida straw poll to jump into the top tier.
It has happened yet again. Presidential hopeful Herman Cain enjoying another strong showing among voters this week. Cain taking second place at the Values Voters Summit in Washington, winning 23% of the vote, 7 points higher than Rick Santorum, and holding a double-digit lead over Rick Perry and Michelle Bachmann.
It's got to be somewhat frustrating for you. I mean, to come in second and be as close as you were to winning in Iowa, not to mention the polling that you've been doing, which is fairly good, to have this kind of treatment in the media. Does it disturb you?
Well, it disturbs me. I don't use the word frustrating because I think I anticipate, I know how the system works, and I know what I'm trying to do, because it's not like I'm just trying to win and get elected. I'm trying to change the course of history. And our history in this country hasn't been good for the last 100 years, whether it's our drift into manage an empire, a destruction of our currency, the deficits that have been run up, the climax of the dollar reserve standard. This is big stuff, and nobody else is addressing this. So I'm, you know, in spite of all the shortcomings of the reporting on this, I write it off a bit because they don't have any idea about the significance of the monetary system and what's going on with the Federal Reserve. But the people, grassroots America, is starting to wake up. Millions of people are reading about the Federal Reserve and understanding how they bail out their friends, create trillions of dollars, give a third of all that money they used in the bailout and give it to foreign banks. People are realizing this, even though the media, generally speaking, they don't understand it. They don't ask me the right questions. And if they do understand it, they don't want to get the secret out on how the system that we have protects the special interests, the big corporations, the corporatism that runs our society.